James Jim Huffer was a practicing attorney in Carroll County, Indiana, and after his death in 2010, his daughter Abigail Huffer Diener, she discovered accounting discrepancies that prompted her to hire a forensic accountant. And what she would discover was that the secretary who they had let go, Jean Ann Randall, had stolen over six figures from her father's law firm. Who is Jean Ann Randall? Well, Jean Ann Randall in 2010 was 56 years old and the wife of Carroll County Sheriff Dennis Randall. So how did Jean Ann do it and where did the money go? Well, Jean Ann Randall opened up an online account that only she had access to. And she would ultimately forge 17 checks using Abigail Huffer Diener's father's signature. These checks were made out to Jean Ann herself or directly to her mortgage company, to credit card companies, to her car loan company, and to pay off other bank loans. Jean Ann would transfer the money from the law firm's accounts to First Financial, Bright National Bank, and to her husband's business, Jail Mills, Inc. In 2007, Jean Ann made 8 payments to credit card companies, totaling over $6,000. Well, Jean Ann's theft escalated because in 2008, she would make 57 payments, totaling almost $88,000 to credit card companies and loan companies, like I said, and 52 payments for almost $43,000. So to pay off her car loan, her mortgage, and at least 7 credit cards, Jean Ann, her theft went from 4 figures to 6 figures in a matter of a year. Jean Ann stole over $250,000 from her former boss, the late Jim Huffer, and his brother's farm account. And according to Abigail Huffer Diener, well, the theft continued 6 months after her father had passed away. While employed as a secretary at the law firm, Jean Ann, well, she did the accounting. She kept the books, as you would say. And not only that, she did half of the accounting for her husband's business, Jail Mills, Inc. Now, Carroll County Sheriff, which is who Dennis Randall was at the time, he received money from the county for that business to feed inmates. So, did Jean Ann transfer money from the law firm into Jail Mills, Inc. because she would have easier access to then spend the money? Or was Jean Ann also stealing money that the county gave Jail Mills, Inc. to feed inmates? You gotta wonder. Well, Abigail demanded justice, and Jean Ann was charged with 2 counts of felony theft. Now, she was charged with unauthorized control over the property of the Kruger Brothers Partnership, and she was charged with unauthorized control over property of Huffer One, Inc. Jean Ann's husband, Dennis Randall, would say that, well, everything seemed fine. Financially, he meant, until Jean Ann lost her job. Baby, Jean Ann did all of the stealing while she was collecting her salary and stealing from the people who employed her. Jean Ann pleaded guilty, and she received 3 years in the Indiana Department of Correction, suspended to 36 months probation. The judge in the case said that he didn't buy Jean Ann's tears. I don't either. And that there was no way he could really give justice to the victims. But the judge said, quote, "You're going to get a job. You are going to pay 75% of your earnings toward restitution. You'd better get started." The law firm's malpractice insurance, like I said, ultimately paid out over $450,000. And the judge let Jean Ann know that that insurance company could also come after her for that $450,000 plus the interest it would have accrued had it stayed in the accounts that it belonged to. Well, I'm sure Jean Ann still had her job doing half of the accounting for Jail Mills, Inc. Oh, no, wait. The judge also said that Jean Ann could not take a job in a position of trust. You know, handling money. Carroll County, Indiana is small and it's rural, and it's almost impossible for the people there, for their lives not to intermingle professionally and sometimes personally. I brought you this story about Jean Ann, wife of then Sheriff Dennis Randall, to bring you another story. Now, keep in mind, Jean Ann, well, she had to pay restitution of $22,192.59 alone to her for one. Stay on the lookout for part 2 to this story, because the sheriff, Jean Ann's husband, after serving 2 terms, well, he would announce his resignation. He took a new job. After serving 2 terms as Carroll County Sheriff, Dennis Randall would now go on to be a fire investigator for Homeland Security. If you made it this far, thank you for watching, and do me a favor, hit the like button, drop me a comment, and keep an eye out for part 2.